Well, hello, my friends. My name is Rusty Waller. I will be your guide through this course on probability. We will begin the lectures for Module 1, which include a broad introduction to probability. Let's start with, first of all, the need to learn the language. Every field of study has its own language. It has its own terms. It has its own objects and concepts that one would need to understand to master that language or to master that topic. This is particularly true in the field of probability. Probability is one of the branches of mathematics, and if mathematics is anything, mathematics is a symbolic language. Now, math can be a very complex language at times, and depending upon your background, it may be more easily acquired, but it is always acquired with study. Mathematics is a language of symbols, and you can master this language, and learning a language takes a lot of work. So if you will get out of this course what you put into it, but in order to understand probability, you must speak the language. And to speak the language, you must understand the symbols, and to understand the symbols, you're going to have to put in a lot of work to learn them. Watch and rewatch this series of videos. These are designed to help you acquire the language that you need in order to do probability theory. We're going to start with some terms. Probability has been described as the frequency of an occurrence. Probability has also been described as the likelihood that an event will occur. You may have heard someone say, "What is the probability that such will happen?" Probability is the frequency at which something occurs or the likelihood at which an event occurs. Most of the time, probability is put in terms of percentage. It is put in terms of percentage, or it is listed in terms of decimals, and we will understand that much later as we proceed into this course. Probability is important in many fields. Probability is important in the health sciences, important in education, important in engineering, it's important in architecture. It doesn't matter what field you go into, the likelihood, the probability is that probability plays a hand in that field. Probability, again, has its own language. So if you're going to understand the frequency of occurrence or understand the likelihood that an event will occur, you're going to need to know the language of probability. And this is very important to you, because the language of probability will be used in the field that you go into. So learning that language is going to benefit you and prepare you for your field of study. We will start with the languages of sets. A set is a collection of objects that may be numbers or things. An element is an object in a set. Now give this some thought just a minute. A set is a collection of objects. That collection of objects may be a collection of numbers. It may be a collection of things. We might have a set of numbers. We might have a set of animals. But in either case, if we have a set of numbers, the actual numbers are the elements in the set. And if we have a set of animals, then the actual animals are elements in the set. So a set is a collection of objects. An element is an object in a set. The language of sets is written in symbolic form. This reads as S is equal to the set of 1, 2, 3, cloverleaf, heart, or 1, 2, cloverleaf, and heart are the elements of this set. This reads S is the set of 1, 2, cloverleaf, and heart. Cloverleaf is an element of S, and this reads that cloverleaf is an element of S. Now I want you to notice what you've learned. Here we have the set symbol, which is included in these brackets. These brackets denote a set. This is another symbol, element. S is the set of 1, 2, cloverleaf, and heart. Cloverleaf is an element of S. One other symbol is, this is read as 3 is not an element of S. So we have met the bracket symbols of this form, which denotes set. We've met this symbol, which means element of, and this symbol, which means not an element of. Some further examples. T is equal to the set of 3, 6, 8, 12. This reads T is the set of 3, 6, 8, 12. 8 is an element of T. 3 is an element of T. 6 is an element of T. 12 is an element of T. So 8 is an element of T is written in symbolic form. 14 is not an element of T. 15 is not an element of T. So we have a set symbology, the symbol element of, and the symbol not an element of. More about sets. A set with no elements is called the empty set. This symbol is the symbol for the empty set. Anytime you see that symbol, we're denoting the empty set. This symbol right here stands for the empty set. That is a set with no elements. The set of all elements that could conceivably be of interest is called the universal set. The universal set is denoted by this symbol, which is a Greek letter, which is capital Omega. This symbol represents the set of everything of interest, while the other symbol represents an empty set. Venn diagrams are pictures used to represent sets. And if you will recall, if you go back and look at some of your learning theory, you will discover that Piaget said that as we grow, we're concrete thinkers, and then we move into the realm of analytical thought. Concrete means we learn by what we see. Thus, the old adage, one picture is worth 1,000 words. Let's draw a picture. This is a set. This is the universal set. This is the universal set because it concludes everything which is of interest to us. This is set A. So we have the universal set, and then we have a specific set, and A has these elements 1, 2, 3, and 4. We might write it this way. A is equal to the set of the elements 1, 2, 3, and 4. Symbols that you should know as you finish this lecture. The set brackets that denote a set. This symbol, element, means element of. This symbol means not an element of. This is the symbol for empty set. This is a set with no elements in it. And then this is the universal set, the set of all items of interest. The empty set, the universal set. And some of the terms that you should know. Probability, the likelihood that an event will occur. Set, a collection of objects. Element, an object in a set. The empty set, the set with no elements in it. The universal set, the set with all elements of interest to us. And then a Venn diagram is a pictorial way to represent a set. So you have some symbols and you have some terms that you should learn based upon this short lecture. I want to thank you very much for your support. I hope you enjoy these videos. And I always love the mantra of the Hunger Games, which says, may the odds be ever in your favor. You have a good day.